Alright folks, before you get offended, hear me out. Apparently some Americans still think the UK is a small city in London. Yep, you heard that right. The United Kingdom, a whole country, apparently just a neighborhood in London. Now, if you thought that was just one person making a mistake, buckle up. Because today, we're diving into the hilarious, bizarre, and sometimes shocking world of Americans' UK misconceptions. And trust me, you're going to want to stick around for all of it. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please subscribe, like my video, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next update. Now, we all know that geography can be tricky. The world is huge, maps are complicated, and let's be real, most of us learned continents from those old-school globes that spun and made us dizzy. But somehow, over the years, Americans have developed a special talent for mixing up countries, cities, and entire continents. And the UK seems to be their favorite target. Somehow, this small group of people has convinced themselves that the UK is just a teeny city, right in London. I mean, where do we even start? Take surveys, for example. There are multiple polls where Americans were asked, "Where is the UK?" And a shocking number said, "Oh, that's a city near London." One person even said it was next to Birmingham. Yes, they somehow condensed the entire United Kingdom into one urban area. And don't even get me started on the tweets. On Twitter, you can find dozens of Americans casually referring to the UK as if it's just another borough like Manhattan or Brooklyn. One person wrote, "I really want to visit the UK city in London next summer." Imagine trying to explain to them that they're planning a trip to a whole country, not a cute little neighborhood cafe. Quick question for you, audience. Comment below if you've ever met someone who genuinely thinks the UK is just a city. And don't cheat by Googling it. Let's see how many of us have witnessed this firsthand because, trust me, it's funnier than you think. So why does this happen? Well, part of it comes from a little thing called American geography education. In the US, most kids grow up memorizing states, state capitals, and sometimes just a few countries in Europe. France, Germany, and of course England. Wait, England? Exactly. Many Americans only hear about England and somehow England becomes the entire UK. London becomes the city. England becomes the country. And the UK? Don't worry about it. It's just a fancy word for London anyway. Geography scholars everywhere are shaking their heads. And then there are the celebrity interviews. Every few months, a famous American celebrity will casually say something like, "We were filming in the UK city of London," or "I loved my trip to UK, it's so charming." Newsflash, London is in the UK, but the UK isn't a city. England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, all those beautiful regions, somehow shrink to a small city in some minds. Honestly, it's kind of impressive how a whole country can get compressed like that. Then there's the culture clash. Americans often mix up accents, tea, royalty, and football, or should I say soccer. One American influencer once asked, "Do they drive on the left side in the UK city?" The UK city? You can't make this up. Another person assumed that the Queen lives in every city in the UK because, obviously, if it's a city, the royal family has to be there somewhere, bless their hearts. And it doesn't stop with conversations. Social media is a gold mine. People on TikTok have uploaded videos reacting to maps, pointing at London and saying, "Wow, that's huge. How many people live in the UK city?" Sometimes they look genuinely shocked when you try to explain it's a country of over 66 million people. And let's be honest, Americans are not alone. Some Brits get frustrated too, but mostly they just laugh and say, "Well, it's not the first time we've been misunderstood." Here's something fun. The United Kingdom is made up of 4 countries: England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Each has its own history, culture, and yes, cities. London is just one city, the capital of England and the UK, but there are tons of other cities like Manchester, Edinburgh, Cardiff, and Belfast. And the UK isn't even that small. If you stretched it out across the US, it would be bigger than Ohio. So next time someone tells you the UK is a city, you can impress them with actual facts and maybe a little gentle roast. Here's a fun challenge. If you ever meet someone who says the UK is a city, just ask them how big it is. Watch as they struggle to name the countries. Or better yet, ask them to point it out on a map. It's guaranteed to be a comedy show. Honestly, these misconceptions are part of what makes geography fun. And let's admit it, we all have those moments where we get confused about the world, even if we've been to school our whole lives. So there you have it, proof in plain sight that some Americans still think the UK is a small city in London. It's funny, a little shocking, and absolutely entertaining. Geography might not always stick, but humor does. Next time someone makes this mistake, you can either gently educate them or just laugh along. And hey, If you loved this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more hilarious and eye-opening content, and don't forget to leave a comment telling us the funniest UK misconception you've ever heard. Because trust me, there are plenty more out there. Until next time, keep exploring the world, one laugh at a time. Alright, let's continue this wild journey into Americans' UK confusion because honestly, we're just scratching the surface. If you thought thinking the UK as a city was the peak of geographical misadventures, think again. Some Americans think the UK is a part of London, like a suburb you can drive through in 20 minutes, and others think London itself is in Scotland. Yes, really? Somehow, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland exist somewhere, maybe, in the same city? Geography is clearly flexible in this alternate universe. Then there's the matter of distances. One American influencer tweeted, "I can't believe it only takes an hour to get from London to the UK." No, just no. That's like saying you can drive from New York to the US in 5 minutes. It doesn't work that way. And when they talk about traveling to the UK, many Americans say things like, "I'll fly into London and then explore the UK city for a week." You want to explore all 4 countries in a week? Better pack some jet fuel. Now let's talk about British towns versus cities. Americans often hear about Manchester or Liverpool and assume they're neighborhoods in London. One YouTuber actually said, "I love the UK city of Manchester. Manchester isn't a part of London, it's a whole separate city, in England. And it's not small, it's huge. But somehow, in this universe of confusion, London is the only city that matters, and the rest of the UK is just background scenery." Here's another fun challenge. If you ever want to troll your friends just a little, ask them to name all the countries in the UK. Odds are they'll say England and stop. Some might even try London as an answer. Don't worry, we've all been there at some point. But this is next level. Drop a comment below if you've ever heard someone mix up London, England, and the UK in the same sentence. I promise, it's comedy gold. And it's not just geography. Americans often confuse UK culture with London culture. They assume everyone in the UK drinks tea like the Queen, wears bowler hats, and talks like Sherlock Holmes. Meanwhile, in Glasgow, Cardiff, or Belfast, well, people might look at you like you just said, "The moon is made of cheese." Football? They mean soccer, but some Americans act like every UK citizen is obsessed with soccer 24/7. It's a fun cultural misfire that's endlessly entertaining. Social media again comes to the rescue. People post videos reacting to Americans' maps, asking things like, "Wait, so London is in the UK city?" Or, "Does the UK city have its own zip code?" And then there are influencers who, bless them, actually make UK city merchandise or t-shirts because clearly it's trending. If you can't beat it, monetize it, right? So yes, part 2 proves it. The UK as a city in London isn't just a one-off mistake, it's a full-blown internet phenomenon. The next time someone calls the UK a city, just smile, nod, and maybe send them a map. Or better yet, send them a plane ticket. They'll learn quickly. And hey, if you enjoyed this extra dose of Americans versus prom, UK geography, smash that like button, share this video with your friends who love travel fails, and make sure you subscribe because there's always more confusion to uncover.